I did everything right. I trained hard, gave lots of effort, and stayed down and stayed disciplined, but I still failed. And it's because I took the game too far. I took basketball too far. Now, I say I failed, but really my journey's not over until it's over, until my life is over. But if you feel like you're doing everything right too, and you still feel stuck, you still feel like nothing is enjoyable, then what I'm about to talk about might be why. I used to wake up at 5 a.m., work out at 6, go to school, then lift at 1 p.m., go back and take some more classes, practice, and then shoot around for an hour, and then get back home around like 7:30 or 8, do some homework, go to sleep, and do it all over again. So it's safe to say I trained really hard. I did that for months at a time, and I remember even having this mindset earlier on in my life. As a kid, I had ingrained in my brain that I had to earn everything, which is good. I was very disciplined. I knew that I had to go after what I wanted to do. But there was a time now that I realized that I was taking it too serious. I treated it like a job and not like a game. I was always thinking about how I could get better and never realized where I was in my journey. And then basketball kind of became more stressful rather than fun. But when I look back, the game meant so much to me, and deeply inside of me, I wanted to have fun, and I was having fun. I just suppressed that fun so much because I thought, no, this is a job. And let me paint this picture for you. I was one of those kids that, no, I can't go hang out with that friend group. No, I have to go to the gym. No, I can't even talk to that girl because I need to go work hard and be a basketball player. And I took it overboard. I was trying to play as if I'm a professional already. Meanwhile, I'm a kid working on my journey, supposed to be enjoying my journey to be able to get to that level. And you know, it's crazy that when I thought about making this video, I had written everything down that I wanted to talk about. And just before I recorded it, I was sitting in the car because I've recently been listening to this book called The Meaning of Your Life by Arthur C. Brooks. And he's talking about strivers, which this story and this thing that he goes on to say really I relate to really hard, and I think you might too if you're watching this video. He goes on to talk about how strivers work really hard for their goals. They're not slackers. But then, for some reason, when they reach that goal, they don't even celebrate it. They just grind, and move on to the next thing. And for some reason, they end up feeling more empty when they succeeded rather than before. And the author talks about knowing a friend that was a striver, and he mentioned a quote that actually now is going to stick with me. He said that his friend said, "Losers can have a family, but not a lot of people can build a successful company." And what was contradictory about that is that that same friend would later on feel so empty because he didn't have the love of his family. He was a striver, and he thought that the same way he built that company, he could earn the love of his own family, not knowing that love is just being. Now, you're gonna have relationships that are more for utility, not so much for pleasure of you or for the other partner. But it goes without saying that strivers are not lazy. They like to do, but this can leave a feeling of emptiness. I thought that was neat that he was talking about that. Meanwhile, I'm literally making the exact same video on this. And as you guys know by now, I'm a deep thinker, and if you enjoy this channel, you're probably just like me too. You like to think deeply about what your life means and why you think the way you do. So comment down below if you relate to this type of thinking. But back to our video and what I was thinking when I was playing basketball and taking it too serious. I was thinking to myself, I'm not improving the way that I thought I would be improving at this point, and I was attaching myself to my results, and that was my problem. For instance, if I played good, I felt good outside of basketball and inside of basketball. If I played bad, I would feel horrible, and that's not a way to live life. At some point, I matured, and I was able to figure out that I'm more than a basketball player. I'm more than me missing a shot or making a shot. But the sooner you realize that, the more fulfilling the game you love will be. I mean, how do you play free with pressure and a tight mind? You lose your creativity, you lose your confidence, and that's when you end up playing the worst. I remember because there would be games or practices where I would be so locked in that nothing else existed. All that mattered is what I was doing in that moment, and it was that basketball, the rim, and whoever was guarding me. Nothing else mattered. And that's the point you want to get to more and more. You want to be there as often as possible. And that's in flow state. If you lose your creativity, what do we have to offer? If you lose your confidence, who's going to believe in you? What I should have done differently, and what I hope that you can take with you, is I should have focused on my growth over the years, not the results. Not saying, oh, did I make 100 shots out of 100 like I said I would. No, instead, I should have looked at it like I made 50 the last year and I improved to 60. That's an improvement. And I should have fun with that. And I should be grateful for that. And I should be proud of myself, pat myself on the back. But instead, it was like, oh, I got 60, but I still didn't get 100. Oh, fuck, I didn't reach my goal. In turn, that would help me stop overthinking, and I would enjoy the process, enjoy the game I love. Treat the mistakes as learning, not as punishment. This is why in today's day, y'all, and before when I was growing up, I hate when coaches, you miss a layup and they go, give me 10 push-ups. What does that do for anyone? Like, seriously, let's think about it. I don't think it's beneficial at all to, when somebody does wrong, you punish them. Then they're going to be more scared to do that wrong thing that they did. Instead, I would have the mindset now of, I missed a layup. Okay, what do I do next time to make the layup? But I'm not going to make any facial expressions. I'm not going to pout. I'm not going to react. Because first of all, I'm not going to put that bad energy out. And I'm not going to beat myself down and punish myself over a missed fucking layup. And like I said before about the book, you need to have this in moderation. I'm not saying don't work hard. I'm not saying be a slacker and don't have any goals. Because strivers are going to strive. But looking to find that medium where you're having fun with the game and you're also focusing on growth, not the results, is where you'll feel fulfilled. And not only that, but I promise you, your game will improve, because I remember too that when I played in that flow state and nothing mattered to me, I played with the utmost confidence. Nobody could tell me anything. I could pull from anywhere. So this summer, enjoy those nights in the hotel with your teammates, with your parents, with your coaches, and enjoy every game and traveling all over the country, because now I wish I could go back. Because when I was there, I was too busy overthinking about what's going to happen the next day. Are we playing a great team? Will I play bad? And then after I ended up playing bad, I would feel horrible. I'm like, life is meaningless. It felt so empty. And even when I played good, I felt good for a couple hours. And then it was back to, who do we play tomorrow? Damn it, it's a good team. My teammates are going to let me down. And it just ate my mind up, all these thoughts. So don't take it for granted, because right now you are living the so-called good old days that I'm referring to. And I wish there was someone like me there to tell me, don't worry about it, okay? It's not that important. Don't identify yourself with this game. Don't identify yourself with anything. You can just be, and you're worthy enough. Your mom is not going to hate you. Your dad is not going to hate you if they're decent parents. If you perform bad, they won't hate you. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, don't take the game too seriously. But I'm going to leave you with one last thing, because I also don't think this. Don't become that person that's not competitive at all and just gets a medal for trying. No. We're not that over here. We're diehard competitors, and we're going to want to win. We're not just sore losers and be like, oh, Tommy, it's just a game. No, because it's not just a game. This game is very meaningful. But remember to remind yourself to stay in that medium. Stay locked in. But remember, sometimes you can go in the gym just to shoot around with no music, nothing on. And you don't even have to look at it like, I have to do 50 pull-ups and I have to make 23s. No, just go in there, dribble around, freestyle. That's also good. You already know what to do. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Nos vemos.